Hi, this is Harish here. Welcome to DB2 HADR tutorial part 14. In this tutorial, the tip that I want to provide is a good alternative for log index build option. So instead of using log index build option, what is an alternative we have? The scripts that I'm using, the data files that I'm using are available for free download at db2lewacademy.blogspot.in. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/db2lewacademy. This slide talks about the problem scenario. The problem scenario is we want to provide a good alternative for log index build. So if you have the log index build on in a HADR system, it's going to log the index creation or during a reorg of indexes or table. There will be a huge amount of transactional log space consumption because of the log index build on, and it is a suggested recommended setting, but still it consumes a lot of transactional log space. So what is a good other alternative we have for that? Now I'm not saying it's the best or it's like the best thing, but in my opinion it's a very good thing, a very good alternative in case if you can deactivate the standby and the off time is really not an issue. So what we are going to do is we are going to demonstrate using the table space restore feature on the standby. It works both on error table spaces and regular table spaces. So when I was reading the IBM Knowledge Center, I came upon this feature like in old days when you have the some kind of an error if that is happening at the table space level, you will have to reinitialize the entire database in the standby. So instead of that, they introduced a feature like table space level restore capability in the standby to fix the table space level errors. And it not only works for the error table spaces, it also works for the regular table spaces. And by means of that, I am exploiting that particular feature so that it can be a good alternative for log index build. So how it is that? The example is I can deactivate the standby, perform all my maintenance activities in the primary, like reorg the table, index creation or index recreation, or the table reorg itself might run index reorg as well as part of it, loading the data like that. So let's say if I do all these activities on two of the table spaces, one is the data table space, another is the index table space, and once I do that, I'll take the table spaces back up alone in the primary online obviously and do the restore on the standby. That's it, and activate the standby as standby again. And so that will do it. So that way, even if my log index build is off, I don't need to plan for huge transactional log space because of the index creation or the reorganization of the indexes. So that is awesome for me. So as usual, let's get into an example scenario without any delay. So in the example, I already have the HADR up and running, and I'll show you that. So this is my two systems. So here I already have like standby in peer state, and all the table spaces are in normal condition here. Okay, so this is a standby system. It's an Ubuntu based system, and this is another system, Elementary OS. Again, it's also a Ubuntu based system. I gave the password incorrect. Okay, and HADR is all set up, and you can see that it's in primary, it's in peer state, and I can go and connect to the HADR database, and I think the table is already there, so I'm not very sure. Yes, the table is already there, so the staff table, and is the index there? Okay, that's a real good question. So db2 describe indexes for table name. Okay, that's a spelling mistake. Describe. Okay, there is already one index idx1, so let's that's not an issue, let it be there. So okay, so what we'll do is, and the log index option is off, so let me show that to you. So db2 get db cfg pipe grep-i log index, it's off. So any attempt if I do to create an index or reorg indexes, it will rebuild the index in the standby when I do the takeover. That is the option, but we are going to avoid that, so I'm going to show you that. So the table, there is a table space, IDX space, it's already created, and I've already created the staff table. I've shown you that. And what I'm going to do, and I already have an index, so I'm not going to much worry about that. So what I'm going to do is deactivate my HADR database in the standby. So that's the first step. So come back here, deactivate it. Okay, done. And okay, so deactivated, and run certain queries. Like I'm just inserting some records into the staff.sql, and this one is 1k, which is like 1000 records. So I'm running it twice and then reorganizing it, and I'm creating an index on staff ID and name. Okay, so which is already there. So so what I'm going to do is just it should be there in the history, so let's just check that. Okay, there you go. So I run 1k.sql, 1k staff.sql. I insert some records basically. So the standby is down actually, so I just commit it. I do it one more time, and then commit it again, and then I can create an index. So what I'll do is describe table. Okay, spelling mistake again. Okay, I'll create an index. So let me create an index. Okay, create index IDX2 on staff ID, name, comma, salary. Okay, and then I'll also do db2 reorg table name staff, and I'll do commit and flush the buffer pools. Flush the buffer pools, commit, flush buffer pools, commit, that's it, and go and take a backup. So we did all our maintenance activities, and we are taking a backup of the affected table spaces 432. Okay, that's the backup space. So I'm going to download that. Right click, download, and I need to transfer this 432 backup image to the standby system. So I'm going to do that. So right click, copy to home folder, back here, it came. Okay, 432 came here. So I have deactivated it. I need to stop the HADR. Okay, I stopped the HADR. So let me before doing anything, let me go and clear the log files. db dump, open the dialog, and you can see, let's see if there is anything. Index, there is nothing for index, nothing is logged. Okay, save that. I have cleared the log files. So stop the HADR. Now restore both the user space one and the index space. Those are the affected things, and start as standby. That's it. So once I did that, let's check what is happening on the index side. So it says that, you know, the index, we need to set this to on, we are having off. It's a warning message, which is fine. Nothing else, nothing much, right? And okay, do a reload again. Okay, index. Okay, nothing much. Okay, so we have started. Now what I'll do is I'll do a takeover. So so let me connect reset here. So on the standby, I'm going to do a takeover. Okay, so before doing the takeover, so let me just clear the logs again. Save that. Okay, I do the takeover. Okay, let's check for the index. Nothing at all. It did not rebuild any indexes. Let me connect and also run the query, like the staff thing, right? Count of staff ID, 4000 records as you saw, and both the indexes should be there. db2 dscrib describe indexes for table staff. There should be 2 indexes obviously, and both are valid state, so I don't think so. I mean, it is definitely valid, otherwise it would not have allowed the query. And we will reload. We will check whether any rebuild of indexes has happened. No rebuild of indexes has happened, and we are having log index build off. That is an awesome feature. So I can save a lot of transactional log space in terms of recreation of indexes or in terms of reorganization of table. So that's why I said it's a good alternative. Again, I'm saying it involves a downtime and all. So I'm not saying this is the best method or something like that, but it's definitely a very good, awesome feature for me. In my thing, it is a very good feature. That's it in this video tutorial. Hope this information was useful to you. Please subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/db2lewacademy. See you in the next video tutorial. Until then, bye bye.